I want to start off by thanking Claudio T. and Wayne R. for joining my door-to-door mastery program. Hashtag entrepreneur that stuff right there. And if you want to get started with my door-to-door mastery program, it's over at masterd2d.com.
Life of a door knocker can be tough. Having doors slammed in your face on a daily basis, people not exactly hearing what you have to say.
What?
Not the most friendly customer.
Not interested. Now get the off my property, and by the way, go get a real job.
The good news is, it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome to the Door-to-Door Mastery Podcast, where it's all about increasing your confidence, building rapport with your customers, and closing more sales. Here is your host, Paul Shakuri.
That is me. Thank you so much, and welcome everyone to yet another episode of Door-to-Door Mastery. I'm here to bring you hype. I'm here to bring you energy. I'm here because you need that coach on the doors to help take your success knocking on doors to that next level. Let's get you excited. You may be on turf right now, or perhaps you may just want to be at home at the gym, in bed, relaxing and resting. And you got me bombarding your ears with all this personal excitement, motivation, and energy. Thank you so much, iTunes listeners, for subscribing, number one. Geez, this last couple weeks, I can't tell you how exponentially that grew. The amount of people who are posting comments on my iTunes, whatever you call it, the iTunes subscription for free, by the way. You guys and gals out there are going there and giving me a 5-star rating on iTunes. That means the world to me. And every time you guys do that, I will bring you up on the air and your comment, regardless if it's positive or negative. So I hope not to get any negative ones. I don't know how I can, unless somebody quite simply just doesn't like the show, or typically they stop door knocking. That's what a lot of bitter people who stop door knocking and quit because it beat them up, tend to do. They tend to say, door knocking doesn't work. It's for yada, 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 excuses and whatnot. So today in this episode, we're going to talk about what drives you to get out and close more sales. What freaking drives you to close more sales? Because it's the feeling you get from closing a sale that's just rewarding. It's just something that you love on a day-to-day basis that becomes more and more exciting when you learn how to do this stuff, and it's just repetition. Now, my goal isn't to have you learning this 24/7 all the time for the rest of your life. Understand that I'm that stepping stone, I hope, to help take your sales careers at the doors to that next level. What do you want to accomplish? Do you want to build a team? Do you want to have a business? Do you want to just be a door knocker? That's up to you. And when I say just be a door knocker, I don't mean it in the rude way. I mean it in the utmost awesome way. My first 2 years, I was just a door knocker at the door, just being a salesperson. I didn't want to be a manager right away. I know I eventually wanted to grow into that later on. That was my big picture. However, it's very important you understand what you want and where you want to be. So why do salespeople know that there's a potential in door-to-door sales, but they don't get excited on a day-to-day basis being new, okay? And to go out there and do it all the time and knock on as many doors as they possibly can. I know this happens to you, okay? I know this happens time and time again. It does. You get all excited, you get round up, and then all of a sudden, you go out there, you don't get a sale, or you get rejected, or you get somebody to tell you, get the F off my property, like my introduction says. But eventually later on, you kind of get through that rut, the whole up and down. It's like, I need to close a sale. And you want that emotion of getting that sale, but you just quite simply either end the day without one and you get frustrated. Look, these emotions are what we're going to talk about in this episode. And until you understand that sales is an emotional game, that is when you will close more sales. You understand it, not just know it. Okay? Understand the emotions of who goes through them. Okay, if I'm out there and I get rejected at 3 doors, I understand you may be getting rejected at 50. Oh, but Paul, try getting rejected at 50 doors and then come talk to me. No. I understand because I was there. I got rejected at 50 doors to close one sale when I first got started. Okay. However, what did I do to bring that ratio down from knocking on 50 doors to close one sale to coming up with closing 1 in 10 almost guaranteed for myself, but really at my peak, 1 in 3 homeowners, making about $500 on every single sale? How did I do that? How did I create that wealth? Okay, that's what I want to teach you. I'm here as that support. And a lot of times, the majority of you need that support in knowing you're doing the right thing, okay? And that guidance that you already are doing the right thing. However, you kind of feel zoned out like you're not doing the right thing. What do I mean? Well, if you're going out there and you're not getting a sale every single day and you've been knocking for, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months even, that's common. That really is. That is typical and common. Are there people that go out there in their first month, their first week, that consistently write a deal minimum a day? Yeah, there are. But that's because they just got it. It clicked. What is got it? What is clicked? The big picture of door knocking, okay? It's no magic, but it does require steps. And now is a good time for me to tell you, if you haven't already learned my 3-step pretty much formula of your opener pitch, your features and benefits, then the close, well, you need to head over to doortodoormastery.com. And on the right side, you'll see an opt-in form where you put your name and email address. And you're actually on my list where I give you quality content where I have it programmed every 2 to 3 days that I send you email alerts of education that you can learn, but more importantly, your first 3 or 4, I believe, actually, by your first 4 days are videos, okay? You actually receive videos, and it's 1 per day. And why am I bringing this up on the air? Because I've got a bunch of emails from you guys saying, hey, Paul, I'm super stoked I watched your first video, but the problem is I actually want to get the next video and it's not coming to me in my email. You need to hold on. It will come to you. Okay. It's every day. And there's a reason for that. I know, just like you, I always like to jump ahead. Salespeople share. Mass majority of salespeople, we share common traits, and we want it now. We want all the information now. We want all the information now. We want sales now. We want sales now. We want sales now. But we don't understand that a lot of times what's best for us is to actually take a couple steps back, okay? Take a couple steps back. And more importantly, we have to learn what we just learned. Because the first video that I actually, once you opt in, you get it sent to you right away. And that's the opener pitch. My first video, I believe it's around 30 minutes long. You can see the hundreds of comments that are directly under the video of people just raving about it, people just talking about it. After you opt in, you actually get that. But you can actually see all of that directly underneath. People want to learn. You salespeople, I understand you want to learn your opener pitch. And as a matter of fact, today, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, at doortodoormastery.com, you can actually, on the right-hand side, click on the YouTube, this YouTube icon, and let me head over there right now. And there's currently, I have 1,552 subscribers. So if you click on that, you'll actually go over to my YouTube channel. And if you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, as I'm sure you probably know, because the mass majority of salespeople are searching YouTube all the time, but you can actually subscribe to my channel, and every time I actually put a video out there, you'll actually see it when you log in. Or if you have it set up on YouTube, you can actually have them email you every time someone who you're subscribed to uploads a new video. And that obviously surrounds yourself around this knowledge, this wealth of knowledge of door knocking. I didn't learn it overnight. I'll tell you that much. A lot of people learned it a lot quicker than I did. However, once I learned something, you may be just like me. Once you learn something, okay, you master it. And when you master it, you need to learn to rinse and repeat. What does rinse and repeat mean? You've acquired the knowledge to be a superstar at knocking on doors. But do you have the energy and excitement to go out there and do it on a day-to-day basis?
DoorToDoorMastery.com, your source of motivation, information, and inspiration to closing more sales. Selling door to door, that's DoorToDoorMastery.com.
That is doortodoormastery.com. That is my blog where I blog about everything you need to know about door-to-door sales. And I also just got today the masterd2d.com because a lot of you have been saying, how do I get to your door-to-door mastery program, Paul? How do I get access to it? How do I gain access to it? And I used to say, you go to door-to-door mastery, click on learn to sell and all that stuff. Well, today I made it a lot easier for you. You go to masterd2d.com and I'm pretty confident that that's going to increase sales for the actual show. It's going to help grow it, continue to help growing it. And thank you so much. I will bring your name up on the air. Don't worry, for your obviously safety or whatever you want to call it, your privacy. I do not give the complete last name, just an initial, unless you email me and say, Paul, say my complete name, which I doubt there's no point in that. But if you do, whatever. I'm here to listen to you. Any questions you may have, okay? Regardless, I'm here for the support of really helping you close more sales, selling door to door. You can email me if you have any questions, by the way, about the mastery program, what it entails, and anything about, even how to close more sales. You may get selected to actually be on the show. I am looking for door knockers right now where I can do one-on-one coaching to bring you guys up on the show, and as well in a Google Hangout and whatnot. So if you want to be a part of that, I want those people who are eager and are listening to the show and are constantly hearing this to email me at pshak, so pshak at entadr.com. That is my current email address to where you can email me. Tell me you want to be a part of that one-on-one coaching. That's absolutely free, by the way, to where we will actually do a live show. And you can ask me any questions you like. I'll help you out and show you how to transfer not getting sales or not getting interest or where you're struggling with and how to close more sales, because it also helps. It helps the audience. It helps you, the viewer, okay, when you listen to other people struggling with the exact same things and then showing that they've actually acquired the skills and knowledge to go out there and do it. Because a lot of times what's stopping you is limiting beliefs that you really can go out there and do it. Okay, so I'm here as that guidance, that tool to help you out, that tool to help you out to close more sales selling door to door.
Let's hear from this week's door knocker.
Can I help you?
All right, so I want to jump into a question that I received, and Michael G, I told you that you will be on this episode because you emailed me as well, and I got a bunch here in the list, so don't worry, we will be going through them in the next episodes. If you are chosen, I also will email you back letting you know that you were. And Michael, you say, I'm a direct sales supervisor managing 12 sales reps going door to door. The biggest problem that I have is during the discovery stage. The rep does 90% of the talking. The rep puts words in the customer's mouth. I have showed them what to do when I'm in the field with them, but the next time I'm with them, they do the same thing. Question, how can I get across to them to slow down, gather all the info, peel back the layers, and use the info gathered when you get in position stage? Well, talking too much is really something that is just common, for new sales reps. It's because of the way they feel, and the way they feel is how they're going to react at the doors. What do they mean? The mass majority of door knockers feel uncomfortable. And I went over this in the last episode too. The mass majority, but it's very important. So I'm bringing it up again, repetition for you guys. Okay. It's very important that you guys understand that when you feel uncomfortable at the door and you're just spewing out all the information directly to the customer, you're doing this because you feel uncomfortable and you want them to hear all the information. So hopefully they can get a sense of, oh yeah, okay, that is something that I want or don't want, so they can send you on your way, okay? That fear controls how you act at the doors. So getting them to slow down, but tracking their progress and letting them know. It's just like working out at the gym. You're not going to get big overnight. You really are not going to get big overnight. However, as time passes, as time progresses, what you will notice is you get better and better and better. And that closing ratio, the amount of time you talk to each potential customer, can fluctuate. But your closing ratio, going from 1 in 50 homeowners, will come down to 1 in 25 homeowners. Then you'll get it down even more because now you know how to handle the actual customer. So when I say you just get it, you knock on doors and then finally you just get it, well, it's simply because one of two things. Number one, It's because you've learned how to slow down. And number two, you've learned how to handle yourself at the door. Slow down. Okay? I get excited. I'm pumping the people up like you, the listener, and talking really quick to give you that motivation and excitement to go out and do it. Now, it's different when I'm actually on the doors and I'm speaking to a homeowner. Do you notice how I slowed down my tone? And I talk to a homeowner as if, I'm really constructing the sale. I'm really shaping the sale and guiding it down the path of how I want it to go. Now, you said you are the homeowner here, right? Okay. Now, this logo that I share on my shirt here with you, I'm pretty sure you've seen a bunch. You haven't. Okay. That's not a big deal. But a lot of people out here, they've actually noticed the logo because they've been popping up or have been seeing a lot of our trucks up and down the streets. Or have you seen a couple of the banners on, the 101 right over there? Or on the Highway 2 right over here. Have you seen that banner? If it really is there. You haven't. Have you seen, by the way, we've been doing a lot of internet marketing, that where you've actually probably, if you've been looking for security or if you've been looking for pest control, or if you've been looking for solar, you probably you have. Okay, now, yeah. Well, the reason what we're doing, now I'm going through the process. Whereas instead of just pitching the exact same thing, you don't want to sound scripted. How do you not sound scripted? How do you not let them just throw all the words out? It's simple, okay? But simple doesn't mean it's easy, okay? Simple is not easy. Simplicity could be very hard. Keeping it simple, it's just explaining and having a conversation as if you were trying to have a conversation with your friend. Now, a lot of people, friends of mine, try selling me in on multi-level marketing stuff and whatnot. Great, congratulations, that's awesome for them. But the way they do it is horrible. They pitch me as if I'm not their friend. That's not what you want to do. People know I like organics, okay? And my family, we eat pretty much a 90+% organic diet. And then one of the salespeople who was selling Organo Gold, for example, came to me and, Paul, you got to buy this product because it's organic and you subscribe and you do this and da-da-da-da-da. That's not the way to pitch someone, even if it's your buddy. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Cool. How's that organics going? You guys are still, you're still into that organic stuff? That's cool. Yeah, me too, actually. I've just gotten myself into some organic stuff and a business of its own, by the way. It's called Organo Gold. And I love coffee. You drink coffee all the time. I'm not trying to push it to you, but this is the reason why I like it. Let me show you. And now what happens is I'm talking about the product itself as if explaining the features and benefits of what I enjoy about this product. Now, if that's resonating to the person you're selling and they're like, I would like to have those benefits as well from those features, they're going to say and ask more questions. Well, how much does it cost? Well, but and that's where rebuttals and objections, come in. And you got to do it calm and easy and simple. Go slowly with the process, okay? And you'll see you will close more sales selling door to door. Okay. Next question I got here is, Paul, thanks so much for replying. That's awesome. That's awesome that you used to sell ADT door to door. Please let me know more about it if you can. How did you like the experience? How was it running your own dealership? Okay. Let me first start off and you have a little bit more. How did I like it? I loved it. I really did. I liked it and I obviously hated. There were some positive sides to it and there were some negative sides to it. The positive sides to it was obviously the brand name. The brand name was awesome to have ADT on your shirt. When you go there and you point to a logo, I'm sure you've seen all our signs in all the neighborhoods. That shows obviously credibility. The ADT name has credibility for a lot of people. Now, there are certain people obviously who have had bad experiences, but you'll never be able to make people happy. You'll never be able to make 100% of the people happy. So how did I enjoy selling it? I loved it. I'll be honest with you, I liked it. But the negative sides of it were the flexibility. Now, ADT has a set specific rules and guidelines that you have to follow, such as this price package is only for this actual bundle. Okay, you cannot, if you charge a penny more, a penny less, you're going to get hit and it's going to be called a bulk sale. So those are the flexibilities were some of the things that I didn't like when I had my own dealership, because I had certain sales reps that were already used to the flexibility of having the ability to walk in there, and if a customer, for example, said, yeah, but I'm already paying, $42.99 and your package is $45.99, and I don't quite see the value in switching to you because I'm happy with the company that I have. They call and check up on me. My system works. I was not able to bring the price down, because every time you sell, it's all about anything you sell. It's all about building and hyping up how that client, potential customer, can benefit from what you have to offer, making it look so much higher than the price they're going to pay to acquire what you have to offer. I know this may sound complicated, but it will make sense as you listen and hear and over and over again this show, this podcast, okay? As you hear these teachings over and over again. So when I'm trying to build that up so much and I'm using all my ammo, because it does happen where you use all your ammo at the doors and you just cannot do anything because they're so fixated on the price, that one person, that customer, and you cannot bring it down, or you can and you'll get hit. I didn't like those flexibilities, those non-flexibilities that ADT had, but the name was awesome. It's a great product. It's a great monitoring station. It's just, how did I enjoy running my own dealership? The next question. I loved it and hated it. I loved it for the fact that, I was in control of the business. I was able to dictate who I hired, what I was to do. The downside was it wasn't my specialty at the time. I've learned a lot from having the dealership, that's for sure. What I did, again, the flexibility with ADT, being an ADT dealer, was not the greatest. Now they've switched up a lot. Just so you guys know, when I was a dealer, it was very tight. Like if you had an issue and my management team would contact them to try and get a hold of them to say, hey, we have this issue. It doesn't matter. It's on paper. It says A plus B equals C. So if this was the issue and my manager says I cannot do it, I'm sorry, there was no flexibility, I cannot do it. However, as they kind of dipped a little bit, they've changed things up. And I went to their last big conference that they had as a dealer, and they have some promising stuff. It's actually pretty good that they actually have going on. I don't know the complete details now getting started with it, but I will, and I'll bring that to you. And I'm even going to reach out to them to actually, different people and make this show more full of life. It's full of life as it is, I know you guys are saying, but I'm really going to bring that complete package for you guys, whether it's home security, solar, and that's what I'm really working hard towards. So that's where the support of, obviously, you people who join my Master D2D, and that's the number 2, but MasterD2D.com, those who subscribe as members helps, obviously, me attract more clients, which helps grow the show. It makes me more excited the more money I'm making from the show. That's what my whole purpose is out of the show. It's to generate revenue so I can do what I love, right? It's not just about the money. It's about generating revenue. I enjoy making money more than I enjoy money itself. But in reality, I can help you acquire and create more than what you've invested. That's the benefit, the joys of this show, okay? I teach you how to close more sales. You go out there and you close one sale, you actually reinvest 1/3 of whatever it is of your sale into my door-to-door mastery program, okay? Now, on a large scale, I got a lot of people joining the mastery program. That benefits me. And then more importantly, you've acquired the skills and knowledge to close more sales at the door. So I enjoy this method more. Was I making more at my dealership? Absolutely. I love the fact that, you can make a bunch of money, but you got to be very careful in the details of acquiring clean accounts. I was very careful on who I hired. So yeah, it's got its pros and cons, and I can get into that in details later on in an episode of its own. So then you go on to say, I'm selling in Tampa, Florida. Currently going to start selling door-to-door with a home security company called Safeguard America. My coach there is a very awesome guy, someone I could learn a lot from. My goal right now is to really master the art of selling. I feel it's one of the most important skills that you can learn in life. Thank you. You're the man. Hey, Gabriel, you are very welcome, first of all. Number 2, you want to get good at door-to-door sales. Knock on as many doors as you possibly can, okay? That's my first piece of advice to you right now. You knock on as many doors as you possibly can. Okay, you're going to get better. Even if you didn't listen to my podcast, if you didn't research or do any of my stuff, you will learn how to close more sales selling door to door if you knock on as many doors as you possibly can. Now, I'm that tool that can help get you there a lot quicker. Okay. So for learning to the show, I have the resources and tools that I've set up. You know, I work very hard. If you guys know, I sleep at literally 3-4 o'clock in the morning, wake up for the stock market, day trade too. You know, I'm not getting much sleep recently, and it's caught up to me. So some days I go in, I really get a lot of sleep, but I had to really build this show in the beginning. I put a lot of time and effort into also doing my homework for my stock trading. That's what I enjoy. I love investing into day trading. So that's another thing for me. So to help you and relate the two, I'm not just going off on a tangent here, but to help relate the two, I want to learn how to day trade the same as you want to learn how to master the art of door-to-door sales. So what do I do? What am I doing? I'm engulfing myself into complete and utter knowledge on day trading. And, you know, just as of right now, I'm waiting for the link to click in. I'm paying about $2,500 to a membership program that I'm going to be joining, another one that they're going to be teaching me specifically with videos, live trades. And I'll get into if you want details about that, by the way, email me at pshak@entadr.com. If you're, you know, a day trader and you like to even just talk about that. I love and enjoy talking about that. I'm creating a blog about it too. I'm losing money now as we speak in the market, which is horrible, just like you going out there knocking and not closing a sale. But that's because it's the learning curve. I expected it. It's frustrating. If you've seen my tweets lately at PSHAK, I may even put an F-bomb in there. You know, it's frustrating. I know you guys going out there, you go home to your family and, yeah, I didn't get a sale today, especially when they don't believe and trust in what you're doing. Or more importantly, you do, and you're just not getting that sale, and you go home day after day not getting a sale. One day you get one day you don't. I'm going through the exact same thing with day trading, okay? I've mastered the art of door knocking, so I know what you're going through. It's anything you really want to master and learn, you have to build that emotion up within you of why you love and enjoy what you're doing. Why did you start it in the beginning, okay? Your goal should be to master it, but if I can help get you there quicker in a shorter period of time with such a little investment, you know, masterd2d.com is and could be possibly your answer. So really, when you stop and think about it and break down the details of what is it going to take for you to become a better salesperson, knock on more doors, get more experience, close more sales, and as you do, you're going to notice yourself getting better and better and better. It's all about talking to less people, closing more sales. How do we do that? We engulf ourselves with knowledge. We do a lot of homework. We do a lot of research. Because when you do, hey, it's inevitable. You're human. You're going to master it. You're going to get better. You're going to get the results you want, and you're going to live yourself a better life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.
You have been listening to the Door-to-Door Mastery Podcast. It is time for you to take your door knocking to the next level. Receive Paul's free video series teaching you how to master your opener pitch, understanding your features and benefits, and knowing when and how to close the sale. Be a successful door knocker. Be there now. DoorToDoorMastery.com. That's DoorToDoorMastery.com.